Who is it going to be? Who is going to dethrone Optic Gaming? Yo, how's it going, gamers? It's your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Today, guys, is going to be episode 1 of Roster Mania. In this series, we're going to be talking about every single team change that has been happening and any more team changes that are going to be happening in the future. But the million-dollar question that we're going to be answering is if they have the ability to dethrone Optic Gaming. The next event is UMG Dallas, July 10th through the 12th. A lot of teams need to start getting ready for this event because right after Dallas is Gfinity Worlds. And this is an event where every single organization wants their team to win because this event is right under COD Champs since first place takes $100,000. But for today, we're going to be talking about Faze's new team. Let's get straight on into it. So Faze has acquired Clayster and attached to add onto the team of Enable and Zuma. As you guys know, Attach and Clayster were previously on Denial. They dropped Replays and JCap, and they were basically looking for 2, and then they left that team and joined Faze. Is this a team that can destroy or quote-unquote dethrone Optic Gaming? I definitely think that they have the potential to take out Optic Gaming. Now, the reason why I say this is because this is a high caliber team. I definitely do think this team has the potential to beat Optic Gaming, but here is what I think what will happen. The first event that they're going to play with each other is obviously going to be Dallas. I don't think they're going to be Optic Gaming at Dallas because of the fact I don't feel like the chemistry is going to be there. Not a lot of teams are practicing right now, not even Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming recently just started practicing. A lot of teams are really just taking it off. They're taking vacation. They're not practicing. Obviously, they need to take a break from playing so much since they had 3 tournaments in 1 month. But it comes to a point where if you want it, you gotta practice. And a lot of teams are giving up that practice time, and you definitely will tell the difference coming into Dallas. You will see which teams practice and which teams just took vacation and waited too late. I definitely do think that Faze can do something against Optic Gaming, but I think it's gonna come down to chemistry. Do they have it, or is it not there yet? For example, Clayster, probably one of the best battles in the game other than Formal. When you're talking about the best battle, I definitely say Clayster's the best battle, and then I go ahead and say Formal, and then I'd probably say Moch from Optic Nation. Mochilla has probably one of the best battles in the game right under Formal. So those are the top 3 battles in my opinion, and since because of this, I definitely do think that Clayster needs to snap. Clayster needs to go off for this Faze team. And when you look at it, you have Enable and Clayster as those 2 people that run the battle. Enable kind of switches, but those are going to be your 2 battle players. And then you're going to have Attach and you're going to have Zuma run those subs. Now, do I think they have the potential? Yes, I feel as if they have the potential, but who is going to be the key person for this team? It's definitely going to have to be Clayster as the in-game leader since he is that dominant battle that he is, but it's also going to have to come to the subs. The sub players are going to have to get kills, especially when you're playing against Optic Gaming. The funny thing about OG is all 3 players are usually going off. You never see 2 players do bad. It's always 1 player kind of, you know, doing a little bit bad. They're possibly going even because they're hopping on the flags. They're getting all of the scrap time, and that player is Karma. There's so much slaying on that Optic Gaming roster that they don't really need all 4 players to slay. So they have 3 players slay, and that 1 player, which is Karma, get all the scrap time, which is why you see Karma kind of go even. It doesn't mean Karma is bad. Karma is probably another top player as a sub, but he definitely gets the job done because that team wins all the time. Now, that's something that Faze is going to have to have. Faze is either going to have to beat Optic Gaming with the hardcore slaying, or they're going to have to beat Optic Gaming from straight teamwork. When I mean teamwork, I mean out rotation, out communication, just best search strats, and I don't know if they can do that because Optic Gaming is already so dominant. Respawn. The game mode that I see Faze hopefully taking from them is Search and Destroy. Now, here's a funny thing about Search and Destroy for the Faze clan. Zuma has probably one of the best percentages for getting first bloods in Search and Destroy and Advanced Warfare. Now, the issue with that If you see how Zuma plays, you watch him at LAN, you watch him online, he does the exact same thing at LAN. At X Games, all he did was run straight through the middle of the map, try to get that first blood. If he got it, he was dominant for his team, which is why his first blood count percentage is so high. But if you're playing against a good team and they're like, hey, Zuma just rushes for that first blood, then Zuma turns into the player that's getting first blooded and is really hindering his team because he's not helping out. I've seen many games where Zuma just dies and dies and dies because everybody knows it's like, hey, Zuma either goes for that first blood, which means he's gonna bum rush middle, or he's just gonna flank us. Watch your backs. And that's definitely something that Optic Gaming knows because they all practice all the time. They all sit there, play the game. But to be completely honest, a lot of teams haven't really been practicing right now, not even Optic Gaming. But I definitely do see Faze being one of those teams that can be Optic Gaming. It's going to come down to the fact that Clayster is going to have to go off, be that in-game leader. And it's going to have to come up to either Attach or Zuma going off, dropping 40s, and it's definitely going to have to come up to Enable as well. You cannot have one bow just going off and all three other players doing bad because they're not going to win the game. I definitely do think Optic Gaming has a team that can at least take their number, which is Faze, since you have 2/4 of the old and now team who won COD champs. Now, a lot of people don't think that that means anything. I think it does. Attach at least isn't going to get nervous at the grand stage anymore. A lot of people still see him as a new player, and I don't see him as a new player. I see him as a veteran now. He's won COD champs. He has Clayster on his team, probably one of the best ARs ever to grace Call of Duty. And on top of that, you have Zuma, who's a really good sub player, and you have Enable, who's an amazing AR and sub player. It's gonna come down to chemistry with this team. I cannot wait to see them play. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who do you think has the potential to dethrone Optic Gaming? I'll see you guys next week, and we'll cover another team's roster mania. As always, it's me, boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Peace out.